Happy October. However, do not be fooled. We are not creating some Halloween horror pick. We're actually cooking. But we do need this big monster knife. So we're going to do step 2 or layer 2 here.
Which is our ice cream. So we are not going to go near the burner that we use. But this layer does involve a big knife.
Yes. So
I'm actually going to get a cutting board out.
You can see layer 2. We're going to spread the ice cream over the Oreos, but it says slice the box.
Which is kind of a weird thought to do. But
you will see why.
yes, it makes your life a lot easier. Now I did wash my hands already, but because I'm going to actually have to touch the ice cream, which sort of freezes your fingers too. So what we're going to do is we are going to...
Can you make that weird face again with the knife? Just, oh my gosh, so creepy.
Maybe you have nightmares tonight. Hopefully none of the kids do. Don't worry. Reese, maybe you should be scared. No, I'm just kidding. All right, here we go. So we're going to cut through the box. Sometimes I have Mr. Rats do this depending on how frozen the ice cream is.
She's got to earn this today. She's got to earn it, guys.
It's a lot of work. And sometimes the boxes don't cooperate that well. All right, good. This one, that side did a lot better. All right, so we're going to try to pull the ice cream away from the box. And then we are going to slice our ice cream.
Look at that.
So this is just vanilla ice cream. You actually can use any kind of ice cream. You may want to speak to that one.
Yes, so we have, in Ohio, done this several times for my family. And we try to use different ice cream. So you could use chocolate, but we have used raspberry, like chocolate chip.
Which is a really famous Ohio ice cream
Yes,
called
Dryers?
Dryers?
It's from Graders.
Sorry.
It's in Cincinnati, but
Dryers is
we've also used mint chocolate chip as well. We have also used like the peppermint, kind of like the
Which
when
we
you
don't
think
have in
of
Florida either.
when you think of like the Chick-fil-A milkshake at Christmas time. That's kind of like using that kind of ice cream. So it was very good.
We're kind of just slicing through the ice cream. So our goal is, and we're actually going to break this little piece off because that one's going to fit a little better, is to cover the entire cake and not cover my entire counter because that would be a mess. Ooh. Sometimes that ice cream is a little slippery.
Smooth it.
There we go. So this is not my best angle for this. All right, there you go. We're just gonna kind of smoosh it in there.
Smoosh.
Smoosh.
Smoosh it,
fancy
Scout.
baking term. By the way, this is actually not a half gallon of ice cream. It's a little bit less. It's about, well, actually it says it on the outside. It says 1.89 liters. Oh, this is a half gallon.
Yeah,
Way to go, Publix.
half gallon.
Half gallons are hard to find these days because they have cut back on the size of ice cream. Your parents could probably tell you about how they grew up. There was always half gallons of ice cream, and then the government said that's too much. So they kind of cut back on that.
Publix for the win.
So Publix for the win. Walmart's brand of ice cream also is usually a half gallon. So if you get the store brand, I guess they ignore the government suggestions. I don't know. All right. So you can see the ice cream is getting softer the longer it sits out. So you kind of want to do this with some speed. But at the same time as you want the speed, you also want to be able to kind of squish it. Because it doesn't matter what it looks like underneath. I've done this with some really, really soft ice cream before, which is not very fun, but it's easy to put in. But it gets very like messy underneath. So we're just gonna put our last couple of pieces in and try to make it as, yeah, Scout wants some ice cream, as even as possible. Maybe I'll let him lick my fingers after you.
He just keeps coming back, folks.
Alright, so we're gonna use our knife. Ooh, my fingers are cold. And we're gonna kind of spread it out a little bit even, but like I said, it doesn't really matter what it looks like. It doesn't have to be pretty, but you kind of want it to be even because of course you want even parts of ice cream and chocolate and all of the good stuff in every bite that you take.
The last little scrape there. Nice job, Miss
Alright.
Rat.
Yeah, I know. I'm a professional. I think I've probably
Scouty.
made 100 of these cakes.
You
in
get
my
out
life.
of there, boys.
All right, so that is that. And then we are going to squeeze that cake back into the freezer.
That's how you wash your hands, folks.
That's how you wash your hands, yeah. Super professional. we're gonna put the cake back in the freezer and let it freeze for about an hour, which is again how long our chocolate sauce needs to cool off completely. So good timing, right? That's why we do layer 3 before layer 2.